Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Oops, where'd everybody go? Okay. Good morning. Good morning. It's going to be one of those mornings. I'm admitting people, but then it just disappeared. Okay. All right. Good morning again. Happy Monday. All right. Let me do this. Actually, I'm in somebody's grade. Okay, there we go. And let me do this as a student. All right, we're going to watch a video in a minute, but in the meantime, there is an assignment for today. And still admitting folks. But it's showing very weird. All right, so check your, we're starting a new module. We're starting a new module, energy consumption. So before you worry about the assignment, I want you to, let me give these folks a few minutes before I say this. Hope everybody had a great weekend. The sun was shining. It wasn't too cold. It's up and down environmental weather. All right, good number of you are here. All right, so we're starting a new unit, energy consumption. We are back to live streaming, so lessons will be recorded again. Okay, open up. All right, so start while we're waiting just a few minutes more. I'll read over this first section. Look at the vocabulary. And then after you leave that, the assignment is on the next page. Okay. All right, so I'll come back to that in a minute. What I want to do before that is to go ahead and show this video. And then maybe by then latecomers will have come in. And the only thing they will have missed is the video.
Renewable energy. 1. Solar. Solar energy is derived by capturing radiant energy from sunlight and converting it into heat, electricity, or hot water. Photovoltaic PV systems can convert direct sunlight into electricity through the use of solar cells. Benefits. One of the benefits of solar energy is that sunlight is functionally endless. With the technology to harvest it, there is a limitless supply of solar energy, meaning it could render fossil fuels obsolete. Relying on solar energy rather than fossil fuels also helps us improve public health and environmental conditions. In the long term, solar energy could also eliminate energy costs, and in the short term, reduce your energy bills. Many federal, local, state, and federal governments also incentivize the investment in solar energy by providing rebates or tax credits. Current limitations. Although solar energy will save you money in the long run, it tends to be a significant upfront cost and is an unrealistic expenses for most households. For personal homes, homeowners also need to have the ample sunlight and space to arrange their solar panels, which limits who can realistically adopt this technology at the individual level. 2. Wind. Wind farms capture the energy of wind flow by using turbines and converting it into electricity. There are several forms of systems used to convert wind energy and each vary. Commercial-grade wind-powered generating systems can power many different organizations, while single wind turbines are used to help supplement pre-existing energy organizations. Another form is utility-scale wind farms, which are purchased by contract or wholesale. Technically, wind energy is a form of solar energy. The phenomenon we call wind is caused by the differences in temperature in the atmosphere combined with the rotation of Earth and the geography of the planet. Benefits. Wind energy is a clean energy source, which means that it doesn't pollute the air like other forms of energy. Wind energy doesn't produce carbon dioxide, or release any harmful products that can cause environmental degradation or negatively affect human health like smog, acid rain, or other heat-trapping gases. 2. Investment in wind energy technology can also open up new avenues for jobs and job training, as the turbines on farms need to be serviced and maintained to keep running. Current limitations. Since wind farms tend to be built in rural or remote areas, they are usually far from bustling cities where the electricity is needed most. Wind energy must be transported via transition lines, leading to higher costs. Although wind turbines produce very little pollution, some cities oppose them since they dominate skylines and generate noise. Wind turbines also threaten local wildlife like birds, which are sometimes killed by striking the arms of the turbine while flying. 3. Hydroelectric. Dams are what people most associate when it comes to hydroelectric power. Water flows through the dam's turbines to produce electricity, known as pumped storage hydropower. Run-of-river hydropower uses a channel to funnel water through rather than powering it through a dam. Benefits. Hydroelectric power is very versatile and can be generated using both large-scale projects, like the Hoover Dam, and small-scale projects like underwater turbines and lower dams on small rivers and streams. Hydroelectric power does not generate pollution, and therefore is a much more environmentally friendly energy option for our environment. Current limitations. Most U.S. hydroelectricity facilities use more energy than they are able to produce for consumption. The storage systems may need to use fossil fuel to pump water. 3. Although hydroelectric power does not pollute the air, it disrupts waterways and negatively affects the animals that live in them, changing water levels, currents, and migration paths for many fish and other freshwater ecosystems. 4. Geothermal. Geothermal heat is heat that is trapped beneath the Earth's crust from the formation of the Earth 4.5 billion years ago and from radioactive decay. Sometimes large amounts of this heat escapes naturally, but all at once, resulting in familiar occurrences, such as volcanic eruptions and geysers. This heat can be captured and used to produce geothermal energy by using steam that comes from the heated water pumping below the surface, which then rises to the top and can be used to operate a turbine. Benefits. Geothermal energy is not as common as other types of renewable energy sources, but it has a significant potential for energy supply. Since it can be built underground, it leaves very little footprint on land. Geothermal energy is naturally replenished and therefore does not run a risk of depleting on a human timescale. Current limitations. Cost plays a major factor when it comes to disadvantages of geothermal energy. Not only is it costly to build the infrastructure, but another major concern is its vulnerability to earthquakes in certain regions of the world. 5. Ocean. The ocean can produce two types of energy, thermal and mechanical. Ocean thermal energy relies on warm water surface temperatures to generate energy through a variety of different systems. Ocean mechanical energy uses the ebbs and flows of the tides to generate energy, which is created by the Earth's rotation and gravity from the Moon. Benefits. Unlike other forms of renewable energy, wave energy is predictable and it's easy to estimate the amount of energy that will be produced. Instead of relying on varying factors, such as sun and wind, wave energy is much more consistent. This type of renewable energy is also abundant. The most populated cities tend to be near oceans and harbors, making it easier to harness this energy for the local population. The potential of wave energy is an astounding as yet untapped energy resource with an estimated ability to produce 2,640 terawatt-hours per year. Just 1 terawatt-hour per year of energy can power around 93,850 average U.S. homes with power annually, or about twice than the number of homes that currently exist in the U.S. at present. Current limitations. Those who live near the ocean definitely benefit from wave energy, but those who live in landlocked states won't have ready access to this energy. Another disadvantage to ocean energy is that it can disturb the ocean's many delicate ecosystems. Although it is a very clean source of energy, large machinery needs to be built nearby to help capture this form energy, which can cause disruptions to the ocean floor and the sea life that habitats it. Another factor to consider is weather. When rough weather occurs, it changes the consistency of the waves, thus producing lower energy output when compared to normal waves without stormy weather. 6. Hydrogen. Hydrogen needs to be combined with other elements, such as oxygen to make water, as it does not occur naturally as a gas on its own. When hydrogen is separated from another element, it can be used for both fuel and electricity. Benefits. Hydrogen can be used as a clean burning fuel, which leads to less pollution and a cleaner environment. It can also be used for fuel cells, which are similar to batteries and can be used for powering an electric motor. Current limitations. Since hydrogen needs energy to be produced, it is inefficient when it comes to preventing pollution. 7. Biomass. Bioenergy is a renewable energy derived from biomass. Biomass is organic matter that comes from recently living plants and organisms. Using wood in your fireplace is an example of biomass that most people are familiar with. There are various methods used to generate energy through the use of biomass. This can be done by burning biomass, or harnessing methane gas, which is produced by the natural decomposition of organic materials in ponds or even landfills. Benefits. The use of biomass in energy production creates carbon dioxide that is put into the air, but the regeneration of plants consumes the same amount of carbon dioxide, which is said to create a balanced atmosphere. Biomass can be used in a number of different ways in our daily lives, not only for personal use, but businesses as well. In 2017, energy from biomass made up about 5% of the total energy used in the U.S. This energy came from wood, biofuels like ethanol, and energy generated from methane captured from landfills or by burning municipal waste. Current limitations. Although new plants need carbon dioxide to grow, plants take time to grow. We also don't yet have widespread technology that can use biomass in lieu of fossil fuels.
Alrighty. So that was a general overview of energy. So like I said, good morning to those who came in late. We are, oops, come on, go away. Starting a new unit. So this is the introduction to the unit, so make sure that you take a look at
These are the 7 most powerful men in China. They represent the top leadership positions of the ruling.
And go back.
For a little savings,
Don't
Specialist
stop
Miller
it, it
buys in.
keeps on talking. Okay, so again, go over the vocabulary, but very next page is an activity for you to do. It's very short. I already have one person who's completed it already. So when I say it's very short, it's something that if you focus in class, you can get this done in class today. We are coming up on the end of this semester. We don't want to have a backlog of things that you need to catch up on. So focus on short assignments, do them in class when they're assigned, get it over with so that you're not getting backed up, because we only have a few more weeks left of the semester. So you want to make sure you stay on top of things. All right, so there are 6 questions here. You read them all, pick two. You only need two, not all 6. So pick 2 questions and research them and write a little paragraph on it. A paragraph has at least 5 sentences. Okay, and so that's how it will be graded. So, so you know a little bit about from the videos what we mean by renewable energy. So let that, hopefully that will guide you in your selection and your research. So again, pick 2 of these and do some research on that question and submit that. So you have enough time today. There's only 2 questions. You have enough time today to get this done today, and we'll move on Wednesday. Okay? All right. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Two of these. There's 6 statements. There's 6 actually questions. Pick 2 and work on those. All right. I'm going to do attendance. Stop sharing. Do attendance. Again, if you have a question, please ask. Please be working on this. I am right now, I just put it in the playlist. So let me check. Let me check. I just saved it to the playlist. See, before I couldn't even do that. So I'm going to the home page right now. And checking. Give me 1 second. Yes, it is now on your playlist. So you can ask those of you who came in late, if you want to see the whole video, the video 7 types of renewable energy is now on your class playlist. You're welcome. So nice to be back in good graces with YouTube. Is Nathan here? Yes. Again, folks, please work on this while you're in class today. Some of you are not working on it, and it's going to be one more thing that you just fall behind on. Like I said, we're getting to the end of the semester. Don't have time to get a backlog of assignments. When given time to work on it in class, please do so. I will check on it as soon as, Justin, I'll check on it as soon as I finish attendance. Oops, not that one. Give me 1 second. Okay. Oh, let's see. Okay. All right, a couple of you need to do biogeochemical cycles. That's still open, although it's late, it's still open until Friday. Um, I'm available for extra help tomorrow afternoon between 1:35 and 2:05 if you need to pop in on the Zoom to get some assistance. Tuesdays and Fridays, 1:35 to 2:30 to 2:10. All right, if you finish that early and you have no missing assignments, please be sure to read the first unit on how we use energy lesson. That's what we'll be looking at, and there are several activities and things for you to click on there. That will be the focus for Wednesday. All right, so I do have a couple of people who are finished. So it is possible. Please focus on getting that done. Somebody has a question? Sounds like somebody came off mic. Off mute. All right, if you are and log out, we're almost out of time. Again, make sure you get this done. Don't let yourself fall behind. You have a great rest of your day. See you on Wednesday.